Hey everyone, Jim here. Today we're going to be doing a review of a dual 500 watt geared hub motor on a 26-inch mountain bike. These are both Ebikeling kits. Ebikeling is kits that I've always used. It's my preferred kit. I've tried all different kinds. So far, Ebikeling has been the most dependable one so far. But what I got is it's a dual motor setup, working off one throttle. Pedal assist works with the rear wheel motor. That's the main controller. The front motor and wheel is pretty much a slave off of the main controller. Another video I will demonstrate how I tapped into the wire harness to run two controllers off one throttle. But for now, it's just showing you how the bike runs, how it takes off with the two motors, and then I'll run it with one motor so you can compare between the two. So if you're thinking about if you want to try to do a dual motor setup, hopefully this video helps. All right, let me get set up here and I'll show you the bike. All right, so here's the bike I built put the two kits on. This was originally it was a front wheel drive with the 500 watt non-waterproof Ebikeling kit. This one here is I added the second rear wheel waterproof kit, combined the two together, working off of one throttle. So I got one thumb throttle here, working both controllers. So it's pretty much the front is a slave off the rear. So what I want to do here is I'm just going to do some tests. I'll do like a 0 to 20 test, do a top speed test, and I'll just do a couple with pedal assist. Because one feature I do like is doing this way, using the back wheel as the main controller, working the display, working the thumb throttle, things like that, is the pedal assist will only work the back the way I have this set up. So when I want to run both wheels, it's thumb throttle, and that's when you get the full power, the takeoff. But generally, if I'm doing pedaling, I don't need that takeoff power because I'm pedaling, so really just going for a nice ride, trying to get some exercise. So basically, it's just an older bike. This was my first trial of doing the two motors. So we'll just go over it. So I got the rear. You can see the rear motor hub there. And I got the front 500. They're both 500 watt geared hubs. And then I can even show you if I pick it up. It's a little tough right here. I don't know if you can see the wheels. I think both wheels are going. Front, back. And then the one thing during the test, I'm gonna see, you can see the display right here, is I'll do the 0 to 20 taking off with both motors. And at one point I'll stop, I'll pause the video, I'll disconnect the front controller. So we'll do another test with just the rear wheel. So if you don't have a 500 watt geared hub bike already and you're wondering what you compare it to, you'll be able to see what it would be on one motor versus on two. So, and then like I said, I'll do a little bit of pedal assist and we'll go from there. So let me get set up, get the helmet, get everything, get all my gear out, and then I'll continue the video on the road test. All right, here we are, getting ready to get started here. So definitely, the front wheel definitely wants to get a little spin going when you're on full power here. But we'll start right off the test. Since I'm already at a stop, we'll do our 0 to 20. Now I'm not gonna get a stopwatch next to it. You get an idea how quick it's taking off, or if you're watching a video, you'll be able to time it with a stopwatch as you're watching the video. Or when I'm editing the video, maybe I can time it from the video. So here we go. Let me put it on power 5. All right, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. It gets to 20 pretty quick, as you can see. And then let's do, while I'm here, might as well do a little bit of pedal assist. And once again, like I said, the pedal assist will be the back wheel only. So right now it's really, let me slow down. All right, I'm pedaling. All right, so one's kicking in right now. One's a nice, easy, slow speed. That's taking us to like 9 miles an hour. I'll go to 2. You can hear it revving up. All right, 2's like, hold on. How are you? All right, here we go. So this is 2. There's gonna be a lot of people out. This is the first nice day. We've had a lot of snow the last couple, about the last month and a half. All right, so 2 is actually taking me to 16 miles an hour. 3 on this bike, I probably won't be able to keep up with the speed. I have what they call the ghost pedaling. All right, we're gonna go to 3. All right, so 3's taking me to like 22, which I could barely keep up with the pedals. So I'm not even gonna hit 4 and 5. If you had a bike, you put these on with more gears. This only has the 5 gear in the back, I think the 15 total speed. This is just my wife's older mountain bike that I put these kits on for a trial. It don't have the gear and the pedal. One of my other bikes, that one I could keep up with the pedals up to about 25, 26 miles an hour. But generally, if I'm doing pedal assist, I don't need to go that fast. So now I'm just gonna put in full power 5, and we'll just ride some. So coming up right after I cross this driveway here, there's an uphill. So you'll see what kind of power it has going up a hill. It's got a lot of torque with the dual motors. And I'm running these dual motors at 48 volt too. And picks right up. You see this? I'm picking up speed on an uphill. No problem. This thing is actually fun. I'm gonna build another one. The next one I'm gonna do is gonna have the dual 750 watt geared hubs. I like the geared hubs. I have another bike, I just made another video. It's a 1200 watt direct drive rear wheel at 52 volt. This bike is actually a little faster than that one, top speed. We had them out yesterday. It's really close. I gotta do them side by side and do a test. Here we go, we got a straightaway. So let's see the top speed here. Do it from a start, ready? Or stop. All right, here we go. I'm easing into the throttle a little bit. There we go, full throttle. You can see how fast that speed's going up. Don't mind that if you can hear that beeping in the video. That's just a GPS app I was using. I was testing the speedometer before we went so I get an accurate mile per hour reading. And the GPS, I put it on cycling mode and it starts giving you a warning sound when you go over 25. So here we go, let's accelerate again. It's a little bit of a breezy day today also. But this thing, I'm sure the top speed is gonna be the same, even with a little bit of breeze, because the dual motor just has the power to get it to full speed, no problem. I'm doing about 31 miles an hour. I'm gonna slow down a little bit, get that beeping to stop. So after I ride down and I turn this video on, I have another hill I'll climb with it, and you'll see the climbing power. But you know what, I'll get up through this bridge and I will I'll put it on the rear motor only so you can see the difference in the speed. All right, let me pause the video. All right, so here's just the rear wheel motor only. The front is disconnected. So let me get it on the flat here. All right, so we're going to do 0 to 20 just like we did before. I'll just count down and I'll just tell you when we hit 20, so you get an idea. All right, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, hit the bumps too. So you can see it takes about twice as long. Now we'll do a top speed. Don't worry. All right, so just before I let off, where I started crossing them people, I got to about 28. And 29. All right, let me stop here. All right, I'm gonna hook up to both motors again. But as you can see, your top speed with one motor, you can almost get to the top speed of both motors, because the gear hub motors, they go right up to almost their speed and top out, where like the direct drive, they always seem like they have a little bit more to go. If you're riding, into the wind, they're gonna lag a little bit. Gear hubs just have a little bit more torque, but a little less top end, if that makes sense. But you can see I hit almost 29 coming back here. Now with the dual motors, it's just, you can get to the max top speed with no problem, because you're just double the torque. So let me pause the video and hook the other motor back up.